Timothy Brown again, your host of Real Estate Revealed, back again with Michael Walsh. This is episode 4. Michael Walsh is the president of ExclusivelyBuyers.ca. Michael, as a seller's broker, I work exclusively in the business brokerage arena today. I am looking at new ventures in real estate, but right now I work for sellers and only for sellers. We never have believed in this dual agency, which is in various real estate acts across this nation permitted in obscure forms, in my opinion. It's absurd, and I think it has to stop. But we have always, as a company for 45 years, just acted for the seller. We act in their best interest. We have fiduciary duties to buyers, and we have full disclosure responsibilities, and we cannot abuse or take advantage of a buyer's naivety or their lack of knowledge when we have experience. But we don't work for buyers, ever. You do. Why is it that you don't ever work for a seller?
Because, as you said, no man can. No. So what did you say? Two masters.
Two masters.
Yeah, answer to two masters, right? No man can do that. So, my business is representing buyers, and when I say representing buyers, I don't mean introducing buyers to opportunities where they can buy a house, because the value add to that is so close to zero. We might as well.
I can look the house up myself.
We might as well.
I can find the house for sale. There's a sign on the lawn,
right? So my value add is to assist with a negotiation, give my advice from a financial perspective on the negotiation, on the price, and on the conditions of the offer. Okay, and I can do that because I don't represent sellers ever. I can do that on any home that's listed on the MLS. Contrast that with the traditional model where the brokerage has contracts with both buyers and sellers.
Right.
If I was to represent a buyer in that brokerage, I would not be able to give my advice on any of the listings that brokerage held.
Okay, wait a minute.
None.
If I approach you as a buyer and sign a buyer representation agreement,
Right.
you're working for me.
Yep.
But if you are in a large traditional real estate brokerage
Right.
and your buddy across the hallway has a great listing that
Yeah.
actually is good for me,
You would love
you
that.
introduce me to it.
You would love
I would
it.
love this home. I want to make an offer, Michael.
Yes.
But because you and your friend are working under the same brokerage,
Right.
that buyer representation agreement you signed with me, is that invalid at this point?
It's not invalid. You know what it says? It says that in situations like that, I, your agent,
Yeah.
have to withdraw from a negotiation.
But you're my agent. You're helping me buy a home.
You're on your own.
You
So,
can't help me.
I cannot give you advice on the price or conditions.
Because the brokerage's agreement, it's the broker's agreement, the brokerage's agreement with the home seller.
Yeah.
It's not the agent's agreement.
No.
The brokerage
Yeah.
overshadows any relationship that two agents can have with a buyer and a seller.
The contracts for representation are with the company, the brokerage.
Wait a minute. So, in effect, if two realtors in the same company are trying to help two individual people, one buyer and one seller, do transaction,
Yes.
all loyalty to the buyer is shot. All duty and loyalty automatically transfers over to the seller.
Actually, there's no duty or loyalty to either one.
So no one's working for anybody.
Oh, nobody's working for anybody.
Well, how does the Real Estate and Business Brokers Act get to this? Remember, I do commercial and businesses,
Right.
folks. I don't do residential. So
Right.
this is some revelation to me. That's why it's called Real Estate Revealed.
Yeah.
How does this happen?
How did it happen? It happened through history. It happened when the residential real estate brokerage business was one of purely introduction.
Right.
So
A matchmaking
there was
service.
a matchmaking service. As a matchmaking service, as an introductory service, there's no conflict of interest. There's not, right? Becomes a conflict of interest when you're trying to advance the cause of one of the sides over the other.
Which is agency.
And that would be
Traditional
what we call
agency.
Yeah. But the introduction part of it has the necessity of it has gone away to a large degree because of the advent of the internet.
Yeah.
Okay? So what we're left with is a situation where the inherent conflicts of interest in traditional brokerages are such that every one of their listing clients is disadvantaged because all the other clients in the brokerage, right, have problems with those houses.
It's just absurd. So
It is absurd.
well, we're going to expand upon this later. It's Timothy Brown here, your host of Real Estate Reveal with Michael Walsh, president, exclusively buyers.ca. Thanks for watching.